We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Shut up! 180! Check 52, come on! Oh, here we go! Oh, check 99! Check 99!
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Say, alert, 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 alert. Hey, 18. 54.
Now Trubisky to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now Joe Mixon. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm coming. Hey, switch gears. Chopper. Scene 6. Shift. Watch the shift. Check.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Slam. No. Off. Check 52. Check. Gone. Hot. Check. Switch. Grace don't travel. 6 gone. Check 6 gone. Kill.
From the gun, Love. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Echo, 36. Let him.
Looking to throw. Love. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His third touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Trubisky will throw. It's caught. Smith. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
First down, Chicago.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now they run with Mixon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, box truck. 52's the mark, boy, 52. Hey.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Trubisky. He's going to wind up in air. He's got it at the 15. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
A good pickup there, a 22.
First down, Bears.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Mixon with it. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Looking here for Smith depth, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Get out the field, defense. 61. Matchbox, right. Fresno.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Protein spill. That's a what? Check. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Leo. Check safety. Ready.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Check tight, check tight. Check tight. Go. 53's the mic. 53, check in. Bend it. Bend it. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Watch that.
To throw on third down. Love. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. And where did this one go out? Now they'll start with good field position, 45-yard line.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Let's go. 18.
Mixon with a first down carry and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. 14 yards into Chicago, first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Chicago.
Get up! 180! 52's the mic. Here we go. Ran, go!
On first down, Trubisky. This is caught. A very solid gain of 27. Here's a run with Mixon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Joe Mixon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Squeeze, get in there. Ready, go.
To throw on second down. Love. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check. Rush in. Smoke. 80 weapon. Lucky. Watch twist. Check three. Bravo. Go.
Back to throw. Love. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On third down, Trubisky. He's got his man, Boyd. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
First down.
Trubisky now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's got Smith here. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Second and 12 at the Packers' 38-yard line.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here's Trubisky. He finds his running back, Mixon. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Lock in.
Trubisky to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Let's get it. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 9. Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 12 yards on the return that time. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
Big stop, let's go. Check nickel.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
H3, 218, chopper. Nice 7, let's go. 53 to Mike. 53, check 53. Man, I got you. Switch. Sin. On. Kill.
On 1st and 10. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman with a sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Love. He's going to fire one deep over them. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grab the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to them about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run with Breda. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Bang, 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 bang. Hard. Kill, 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 kill.
On 3rd down, Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Jordan Willis.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And this one goes sailing out of on this side of midfield.
Try
to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
We're up. 180. Just the mic. We own it. Ran, come. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Wall.
Again, it's Mixon. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
18. Hey, let's go.
Now it's Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
Tighten up.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. 49, check 49, check 49. Hey, check 24. Go on. Why? Switch it. Come on, switch it. Undercrush. Kill. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Love. Wide open receiver complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Check 20. Twist. Watch the twist. Joker, 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 Joker. Check 99. Check 99. Ready, go.
On first down, here's Breida. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
At the 28-yard line.
Let's go. 15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie. Say. Go.
To throw on second down. Love got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Shift. Watch the shift. Check. Zoom, fellas. Let's go. Ready, go.
Back to throw. Love. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Got it. 53. Check 53. Ricky. No. Off. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
54 is Mike. Check. Alert.
Again, it's Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it second and 12.
At the 22-yard line.
Set. Ready. 60. Orange. 53. Mike 53. Here we go, D. All day. Defense. All day. Tight dog. He's coming. Squeeze. Get in there.
This is Breida. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Packers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
He don't want it. Whip. Watch the whip. Dog. Shoot.
Now a give, right side. McFarland. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Come to my work. We want.
This is Mixon. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Packers 24, Bears 19.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go. 18 Gator. 53 plus. Ready? SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. 80 weapon. 80 weapon. 53. Check 53. Silver. Check. 25. Check. Let's go.
Now it's Breida. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. The Packers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Watch the safety creep. Check 43. Ready.
From the gun, Love. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the foot. Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. And all the way up to the 49. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mixon. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Double dog, that's the way.
Now it's Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Check three.
On first down, Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Sack, baby. Sack.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Check 24. Lock in. Push him back. Play, Delta. Kill.
Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Trubisky, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on fourth down.
Hey, 18. Hey, 18. Alert.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
They won't, and offensively, your challenge, should you choose to accept it, take care of the football and run out the clock. They can't just go and turtle, as we like to call it, just tuck in and just sit on the ball here. Try and get that first down and finish the game off.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a second and long.
Watch the backer. Check. Rush in. Hard. Check your hot read. Check. Lucky.
Now a give, right side. McFarland. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Ready. 30 pace. Let's go. Watch twins. Check three. Check. 66. Fully hard. Check. 50. Ready. Go.
From the gun on third down. Love. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Andy Isabella, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with Coach?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Cunningham in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. To try again after the sack. Trubisky under pressure again, and down he goes again. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Green Bay, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew at EA Sports.
I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got... It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own this.